Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online, the SLOTRO 2 edition. This is Nomadan here. Say hello to everyone, Nomadan. Good boy. We left off here in Coombe. We have been doing some quests over in the Chetwood area, fighting against the remnants of the Blackwold bandits over there, and they've still got quite a bit of power and quite a bit of forces and aid from various evil places over there in the Chetwood as well. So, we were working on the prologue. We had Cutleaf's goods. We're going to go talk to Ellie Cutleaf. Let's pull up her bestowal here. Let's see. Ellie was looking for blood. We were trying to get into the Blackwolds, find out if we could get into the Blackwolds by gaining her confidence. She told us that she is sad and regrets having helped them. So she has given us help to kind of get into them, to inseminate ourselves into it. So we went and we killed the den mother for her that she was raising for Jagger Jack. And we need to come back and tell her that we have taken care of that now and see what she's going to have us do. So we are going to do that. I also need to do a little inventory maintenance. I will get all that out of the way, and I will see y'all whenever we get over to Ellie's place. We're coming up on Miss Ellie's house here. I've been told that always was kind of like this. All the other houses always were around here in this area. Once again, it's one of those wonderful things where it has been so many years since I was in this little corner of Coombe and Breland here that I did not remember. However, they did say stuff like this where you can actually go over the hill and into Bree now. These areas, it used to be surrounded by more cliffs. Like these impassable cliff walls used to go all surround this entire little pocket here. And now they have been leveled out some so that you can find a path to go over the town back into Breetown proper. And that's cool because I do remember when you could not get on top of the hill here in Bree. You had those little hobbit holes at the very top of the hill, if you're looking at it from the other side, from the Breetown side, and you could not get into those hobbit holes. They were just like, I don't know what those people did because there was no way down and no way up, so they better be pretty self-sufficient up there. But they have changed that, and for the better. I always like these places whenever they get rid of the invisible walls and the pointless barriers to you being able to go where you need to go. Okay, got that cup of coffee down. Let's talk to Miss Ellie here and see what she's going to tell us.
What do you need?
I'm glad that you were able to defeat the Den Mother before she bore any more of those half-wargs. Now there's just Skunkwood to deal with. He spends most of his time in the Blackwold hideout these days. There are dark-skinned men who sometimes attend him, clearly not from these parts, and that Jagger Jack fellow.
Okay, so let's see what we have. Cutleaf's axe, which is a two-handed. We don't really do that. We don't do staffs. We don't do maces. We got the hand axe. Ooh, that's going to be a boost. We got the dagger of the juggler. That was one that we just got in our last bit of loot that we collected. And it looks like we are going to get the hand axe and get rid of our bronze sword that we made. Oh, so sad. But hey, it's going to increase our DPS by quite a bit. We just got rid of the old rusty dagger that was only a 10 DPS, so we are almost doubling our DPS on our weapons today. Let's go ahead and get the hand axe.
Stay a moment.
Next up, prologue, greater responsibility.
When Skunkwood took me to the Blackwold's encampment in the Chetwood, I met Jagger Jack. Jack is training the wolves for the Blackwolds. He keeps most of them deep in the ruins in the north part of the woods. If you're going to put a stop to the Blackwolds, then we may need to do a little mischief of our own. I'm not wont to do this, mind you, but we need to stop them wolves before they're used against Coombe. Leecher Cartwell can help us out and will. Talk to him at his house up the cliff south of Coombe Center. Tell him that I need a poison to kill the wolves.
Wow, okay. So we need to go talk to Leecher? We will do that. He is just up the hill. I've been there before. I believe that he's the one with like the apothecary sign or healer sign or something like that hanging out of his doorway, hanging off over his door path. So we will go and chat with him here right quick. I have been trying and trying. It's something I have done for a couple of decades, is that I have said we quite often. You know, use the royal we. What are we going to do today? Well, let's get up and that sort of thing. And working real hard to kind of narrow that out of my speech now, remove that from my speech. But it is a case where here it is almost still appropriate because we are doing this. I've got you along for the ride also. No, it's almost said as well there. I'm really working on using that a whole lot less than I used to also. Alright, I see a ring coming up here. But if I keep saying we, that's fine. There's the sign. Cartwell the Leecher. Now, he is our medicine man up here, or she is, one or the other. I'm thinking by the name that it should be a he. Indeed it is, and he is a healer. Alright, we are also using, we had that big upgrade, you know, the Veils of the Anduin expansion is in. Of course, that's far in our future. And we're using that 64-bit client also. And so far, it has, I mean, I gotta say, I can't say for sure one way or the other, but things seem to be a little smoother. Especially when I'm outside some of the areas I've been in that tended to have a little bit more lag when someone was around. Hasn't been doing that. And like, for instance, right now, according to my frames per second meter, I'm running at 500 and something frames a second. So that's interesting. That's quite interesting. Usually I'm getting in the low 100s, so we will see. Leecher Cartwell. Greater responsibility.
What can I do for you?
Ellie got herself into trouble, did she? I've been near the wood of late to gather herbs and such. Something has the animals there stirred up for certain. If this will help make things right between Ellie and the Coombe folk, I will help. I think I know just the thing. I'll need fresh honey, blackwort root, and several red berries. They are beehives behind the abandoned house south of Coombe. The berries grow in patches in a valley just over the hill behind the house. Blackwort root is found near the wolf den in the North Chetwood. Oh, we've been here. I do remember this one. And he talks about the valley where we got to get the roots, I think. Is that where he says, or the berries? The valley where he's got the berries. That has got wolves and bears in it, if I remember. Okay, there are, I think the beehives are down here. Where is the abandoned house? There are beehives. They said the abandoned house. It's just a matter of finding the abandoned house, really. Okay, there's my wife calling. Let me go check in with her. Need to chat with her for a bit, and then I will be back with you. Okay, folks, we have returned. Finished with the wife. Nighttime is falling, but we did get to see the last half of the England-Netherlands game while I was chatting with my wife. And we're gonna head up the hill here because I believe the abandoned, yep, those boards on the windows. Yes, it is. We have boards on the windows. This is the abandoned house. No, I was thinking it was like, I thought it was there, but
it was awful close into town. And for some reason, it's on this side of the Coombe Gate. I'm not sure why this is still considered Coombe. I guess we are in the suburbs. It wouldn't be Stattle, but... there we go, beehives. Let's see what they say. The droning hum of bees can be heard within the hive. Let's go ahead and collect the honey. We've got that. Now we need to see where those berries are. They are supposed to be said in the valley behind the house, I believe. Yep, there's the berry bush, and there are the bears that I was thinking were back in this part. We got those also. Let's see how many of these berry bushes we can get. A bush of berries. Got to collect 6 of them, huh? So it looks like we will be probably getting into combat with some of these bears. I don't think we can wheedle our way through here. You see them threatening. If I remember correctly, and once again, we've already discussed just how poor my memory is when it comes to remembering stuff from 10 years ago, whenever I was running through this with other characters. But I was wanting to say the bears used to attack you. Used to be kind of a kill on sight kind of thing, but that's quite possibly not true. Alright, there's our 6 berries. We need to head to the Chetwood now. We are going to go to the Wolf's Den in the Chetwood. We've been there once before when we were killing wolves. So I will head over that way, and I will see y'all in just a bit whenever we get there and we pass Posco's uncle. So I'm sure he will be on the way. So we'll see you again very shortly. Crossing through the lumber camp. Out the other side, and the Wolf's Den is right over this hill, kind of in this area. So we're going to go on up the hill and see if we can find those blackwort roots. We can get past all the spiders, of course. Rather not do a whole bunch of fighting. This is kind of just let's just relaxingly get in here, get these roots collected, and there we go, blackwort. And get this poison made up for Miss Ellie back over there so we can go in and, I guess, kill these half-wargs that she has created. Seems like a terrible thing to do, but they are evil creatures. Mr. Dusk Wolf, you gonna make me fight you? I got a feeling you are. Let's try this one over here. We'll go around the back part of the den here. Seems to be fewer critters this way. And one more over here. We got a corpse over yonder too, don't we? Don't remember seeing a corpse on any of our quest here, but let's get back to the back. Remember that. There. Okay, let's check this corpse. The corpse of someone who met an untimely end. That just gonna be a corpse? That's just a corpse. Weird that it was flashing like that. I can remember them being all sparkly and everything, but I don't remember them flashing like that in the past. That was almost like a quest item type of flash. Get on through the bit of the wolves here. They're not very good at protecting their den. Just let us mosey right on through. We're gonna get back to the road, and then I am going to go back to Leecher Cartwell. Hand in the items to him, get the poison. And it looks like the Netherlands are playing again, and they must have scored in overtime. This is the final game. They must have scored in overtime because my wife just texted me, boom, again. So, that's who she's cheering for. I will see y'all when we get back over there to Leechers. We're back in Leecher's shop. Let's talk to him and get this prologue on. We've got all the different parts for him. Oh, let's look at the quest too. What do they say? Honeycomb. A honeycomb full of sticky gold honey. The root of the blackwort plant. And red berries. Okay, got everything you needed.
Greetings, friend.
Ah, there you are. It will be just a moment and I'll have the poison for you. Be careful with this. It'll not hurt you or I, nor even the little folk, except perhaps to make us mildly ill. But the normal woodland creatures would suffer terribly if you don't use caution. You should return to Ellie and let her know that the poison is ready. We will. We've got its poison here. Let's see what it says. Does it say something? The poison Leecher Cartwell made for the tainted wolves in the Chetwood. So it's back over to Ellie on the other side of town. Let's go drop off the poison with her, or talk to her about the poison, see what she does. I'm wanting to say she puts it in some feed, or some meat, or some bait, or something of that sort. Go talk to her right quick, hand her the poison, get the bait or whatever she's going to give us. If I am remembering correctly. And then I think we are going to call it an episode there. I've already been texted a couple of times, and I'm on call later tonight at work, and I don't want to be in the middle of this when they're calling me and have to interrupt it for a phone call. So I will see y'all in just a moment. And what incredibly good timing that was, because literally 5 seconds after I punched the stop record button, the phone rang, and it's work saying I'm going to need to come in tonight. So let's get this recording finished
How
up.
can I be of service?
You have the poison from Cartwell. I trust Cartwell. Now that we have the poison, we may be ready to strike at the Blackwolds in their Chetwood home.
Stay a moment.
Prologue, a critical strike.
If I'm to help you, then you've got to trust me. We need to deal with the wolves and their keeper, Jagger Jack. Jack spends his time talking to the strange dark-skinned men within the ruins occupied by the Blackwolves. Find him and kill him, else he'll keep breeding his wolves with the warg. While you search for Jack at the camp, look for corpses of dead beasts, sheep, cattle, even deer. It's likely the poor creatures are the food for the wolves. Use the poison on the corpses. I knew we had something in there with food. And we may well kill off a good number of Jack's beasts. While you deal with Jack and the wolves, I'll talk to Skunkwood and the others about a new recruit I found. I might be able to get you into the Skunkwold's hideout. So defeat Jagger Jack and poison 6 wolf food sources. Can do. All right, folks. Work and duty are calling, so we are going to need to call it an evening there. Thank y'all for coming along. I do appreciate it. I am off after tonight. I am off for the next, I think, 6 nights after this. Woohoo! So hopefully things we'll be able to get a few more episodes and all up in the next few days. I have been, work has been kicking our butt. The hospital has been so busy. Feels like wintertime again. So thanks for coming along, everybody. Let's see. There we go. Let's not put an S on the end of it. Nomadan thanks you as well. Thanks for coming along. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.